Hi and welcome back to my series where I'm playing through my own Mario Maker levels that I've made over the past few months. I think my videos are still getting some weird echoey feedback for the audio. I'm really sorry about that. You can hear me fine in them, but you can just hear the Mario music before you can. I've just completely muted my TV this time, which will hopefully stop it happening. Yeah, it's really annoying. This is why I'm not a professional YouTuber in any way. Anyway, so for today, well, this time, I don't know if I'm uploading these daily or not, I'm going to play these three levels. These two no one really seemed to enjoy, and this one was the sequel to Jerk Course Study 1. So it's about Business Fish, named after the very important Facebook sticker set for cultural milestone of 2015, who is a fish in a business suit. I just named it after that because it has a lot of fish in it. This is my first real castle level that I made. Just trying to make a pretty typical castle level, with the additional thing of realizing that once fish fall in lava, they become lava fish, and that's really deadly. It's an interesting thing that happens in Mario Maker. So a lot of this level is about avoiding lava fish, because they mean business. I feel like a secret question mark down there. I'm not going to successfully get it. No. I think it's just a beanstalk and it goes like some one-ups. Oh dear. That was not good. Take your time, Brendan. Anyway, every time I play a level, and I do play a lot of levels as well, I'll probably make some videos eventually of me playing the levels I really enjoy. But every time I play a level, it does something I've never seen before, or didn't realize you could do, like the fish catching on fire in the lava. They often go and make a level based on that thing. Let's see if I can get it. No, screw it. Yeah. I don't think there's much other, I think it's just some one-ups. And this happens. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. See? Yeah. So instead of a stationary cannon, you now have a cannon train in front of you that you just can't get over. And you just have to sit there while it shoots fish at you, and you just have to manage to avoid them. The way I normally do it is I count for coins as like a timer, but I have it muted, so that's hard. You just gotta find the rhythm of it. That wasn't the rhythm. If you jump too early, you're pretty screwed. And then it goes up and down to make things difficult. Oh, go away, flame fish. Oh my god. And then it sinks, thankfully. And then you go up here, and these two pipes are just producing a gazillion flame fish, which can't touch you here, but you just end up with a lot of them there, so you kind of want to move on before there's too many of them. There's the end, but you can't get to it. And then I just added this silly part for lols. And then you get to kill all the cannons, because nobody likes the cannons. I think my puppy just ate a tennis ball. Like, actually just swallowed a tennis ball while I was recording that level. Oh my god, what are you eating? This is why I haven't made any videos since getting a puppy, because he's going to keep distracting me. Oh, it's a piece of bone. Okay. Crisis averted. He's just chewing a bone. Anyway, so that was Business Fish. Not many people have played it. It got very little attention. Todd Harper streamed it on his Mario Maker with Friends stream. And his reaction when he gets to the cannon train is really funny. I enjoyed it. Similarly, I'm amazed at how few people have finished this level. It's clearly much harder than I thought it was. I thought it made a lot of sense, but apparently I did not in any way communicate how it's meant to be played. So here's what you're meant to do. I really love the Super Mario Bros. 3 blue of the sky, this really vibrant color. So you've got this train that you're meant to be on, but you're not meant to stand on it. Now I thought I would put the spikes in front of a rail to make it clear that you're not meant to stand on it. So you get it going, you get off it, and then you use it as an umbrella so that the thwomps don't hit you, because they're too low for you to run quickly away from. So yeah, so that's it really. You're just meant to be able to use it as a shield. But yeah, people didn't figure that out. They clearly thought you were meant to stand on it. Oh dear. But then this one, you have to make sure it falls down before the train gets to it. So that's how I was trying to mix it up a little bit. And then you have to get on it. And that's why I put the coins there. And stand far enough forward that these guys don't hit you. Yeah, and then it gets fiddly, so then... Oh dear. Yeah. So like, clearly it works if you know what you're doing, but if you don't know what you're doing, it must be like a really unfair level. Because so few people have finished it. Yeah, like I was pretty happy with that idea, but I guess that's going back to my like single gimmick novelty levels, but actually going for much longer than the gimmick. So people probably play and be like, all right, I get it, and then they probably just quit. I can imagine that. I can imagine me doing that if I came across that level, max headroom. So then I really enjoyed making Jerk Course 1. Just really satisfying, even if no one else enjoyed it. So I made a second one. I put Sorry Todd in brackets because Todd played the first one and I knew he was going to play the second one on his live stream, and I wanted to apologize in advance because I knew he really hates these kind of levels, and he did hate it. But again, I remade Jerk Course Study 2 with a checkpoint. So let's play the version of checkpoint so that you don't have to watch me play the entire level over and over. I really like this one. It's got some polish issues, which I mentioned, I think it was in the last video, with things spawning. The way things spawn when you start at the start isn't always predictable, so I've got some timing issues in this level. Fortunately, mostly right at the start. So if it screws up, you can at least start again pretty easily. So you have to do this. So sometimes these piranha plants aren't in the right position. Yeah, right then that one wasn't in the right position. Yeah. Again, how nice does Super Mario World look? This looks really, really nice. Right, so that's how it's meant to work. But sometimes if you don't get there quick enough, it just doesn't spawn properly. And this part I made less hard than it originally was because it was practically impossible. It's also hard if you're big, which, oh dear. Oh no, and if you actually can't get through that if you're still big at that point. So I just put another mushroom there, that's a pretty cheap way out. So I thought people being able to see that thwomp would make it clear that if you jump on that platform, a thwomp would kill you. But I don't think a lot of people are paying attention when they get to that part. because that gun up there shoots out shells you can wear as helmets. And my idea was, you know, you'd have to make sure it doesn't catch up to you and destroy you, but then you would wait and pick up the helmet as well. There's a question mark down there, which is mysterious, hopefully. Right, so when I made the second version, I added this music box, so that hopefully in this time it takes to get here, people wouldn't completely jump up and get themselves killed. But yeah, but you can't get past here without the helmet. Whoops. That was nearly bad. So then you've got this, you can't get it anywhere, you can't get it down there. So this is something I stole from another Nifless level called Two Towers, I think it was. What it is, so you press that and it turns its blocks into coins, which means it starts falling. Which means you have to get down there before it disappears. And steal it. There, a mushroom. Piece of random rail there, which I clearly meant to delete, but accidentally just swiped it to the side. And then I added some kind of floating one-ups around here. So you're not meant to go this way, but if you remembered the question mark you saw over here, you'd be able to fly over and get it. So I just wanted to add some kind of exploration there. But where you're meant to go back up and over here. So you're still getting my kind of ups and downs kind of style of levels. This is kind of less than perfect. You gotta like rush down here really quickly, but some of the bottom ones are too long. Yeah. Deliberately made this kind of tricky where... Oh, I didn't even remember putting it there. So you have to put the spring on this one in order to get over there, but there's nowhere to stand next to it, so you have to stand like right on the edge and put it there. So I found that it's easier now to stand here and just like kind of jump and drop. But anyway. So then you get here, and there's a way to do this which I originally intended, which actually takes quite a while, but then I accidentally made it in such a way you can do it another way. And I'll do it a quicker, funner way. So you jump up here, that dude falls down, you're like, alright. So obviously you're meant to take this guy down to hit the question mark down the bottom. But if you look over there, there's another question mark on the ground, which will probably also need one of these. So if you kick that guy off there, it'll actually perfectly go in such... Oh man. It'll perfectly go in such a way to hit the bottom one, and then you can just carry down another one to take to the second one. Which actually worked out more streamlined than I intended. And I'm glad it worked like that, actually. Whereas you just have to go up and down over and over, and that would be pretty boring. Just thought I'd rush that one. Yeah, just like the vibrancy of Mario World, the sparkling in the background, those the way the spikes are dancing, everything's just moving. It's really alive. And the fact that everything has faces in Super Mario World kind of really kind of contributes to that. So this is really like a repeat of my Shell Gadgets idea, where putting a blade there so the player can't get through, but a shell can. So knock this guy down. So you need to get this shell up the top there. So you gotta jump and kick him up, and then climb up yourself, and then take out that one. Now I've got some really fiddly, annoying bits. This is just like some Super Meat Boy saw blade stuff. I'm going to die. Oh my god. Fuck. Ugh. Yeah, I was really unsure where to put the checkpoint in this one. Probably should have put it after here, actually. That's probably too soon a checkpoint. Probably near the spring thing. That's probably where I should have put it. Because like this part isn't really that hard. Nope. Oh. Whoops. Oh no. Gotta stop rushing it. Now I gotta do this without actually getting hit. Sweet. God damn it. Who made this terrible level? What a jerk. No, the first one didn't go through. I think it hit the Thwomp in a weird way. So I guess this is how I initially planned it, but not how I actually want it. So my Joke Course levels are really like a series of puzzles that are both fiddly to execute and also difficult to actually figure out what you're meant to do. And then just these, just straight up difficult. Oh sweet. And then this like, oh what was I thinking? If I could make this again I would delete this ice bit. It's just really silly, fiddly, for the sake of a platforming which doesn't really contribute much. And you're so far from a checkpoint by the time you get to it. It's like, it's nicely stressful though, like I get really freaked out while I'm trying to do it. Which is kind of cool. Oh, not again. And I like that I can actually do that part when I think about it. I just normally don't bother since I know there's a mushroom right there. Yeah, just everything after this part is actually just really lazy. Probably could have spent some more time iterating on some more clever ideas, or just finished the level early, rather than just adding random saws and ice cubes. So if you're still big at this point, you have to duck for this jump. What was I thinking? Right, and then I have this final sprint, which I had to keep shortening and shortening because it actually was like always just way too long. So I wanted it pretty much so that you had to sprint the entire length, or else your invincibility wouldn't last long enough. And then that's the whole level. And then I added this ending, which I'm pretty happy with. Yeah, that's Jerk Course Study 2. So those are my 2 Jerk courses, and I've made some other hard levels since. But I've tried to make them hard in a slightly more satisfying way. God, now there's a puppy standing on my laptop. So I guess that is the end of this episode before this puppy destroys everything. Yeah, so after this I try making... I end up like kind of in a rut where I just end up making hard levels for a while. And then Todd Study 1, that's when I try to make... I realize I'm just making hard levels now, and I try to go back to my roots, I guess, and stop making absurdly hard levels. But we'll do that in the next video. So thanks.